Ahoy there! It is Monday, and as I mentioned at the end of last week's vlog, last week was a bit of a disaster. This week has had an interesting start already. Got up at 8, managed to get a chunk of work done on the second draft of my book, which I was really happy with. But I plugged in my heater earlier, and as I've mentioned, we've got quite sloped roofs. Ceilings, which, hang on, let me just show you, like that. So I stood up from plugging in the heater and cracked my head. So obviously that was quite painful, but did some more work, did some other bits, and then unplugged the heater and did exactly the same thing. So yeah, I've got a little bit of a headache, taking some painkillers, I'll be fine. It's just one of those things. I am a clumsy person, it's just one of those, always have been. But let's get into the rest of today. We've got a lot of fun things to do. Let's do it. It is Tuesday, and I've just done some rearranging of the shelves, which I'll insert that footage after this section. It's been a bit of an odd day. I've kind of not really felt like doing anything. We got the washing done earlier, but I've been quite, I suppose, tired in a way. Part of that not just down to the lack of sleep last week, but also I've been wanting to reduce the amount of caffeine I have. So I've been slowly reducing my intake over the last 2 days. That's, I started yesterday and did today, but yeah, I'm feeling it today. So tomorrow I'll probably go back up, and then it's gonna take time and getting things right. So is what it is. I've got tonight's video uploading to YouTube. I didn't get to finishing it yesterday, and part of that was just I kind of made a mess of things. It was a bad week to do it because of being at work all week, so I did, I'm trying to think. So I started editing the next Pokemon video, realised after like first few files were imported that actually I had already done that video. So I deleted that and then started on the next one, but what I should have done at that point was just leave it and just do the vlog, but I didn't, and I just carried on. So yeah, it did kind of make a mess of things, but is what it is. This isn't a very long vlog, the one that's going up tonight, just because of being at work most of the time, and I didn't get a lot of stuff done. See, Growlithe creeping in the background there. I've not introduced him in the Pokemon video yet. He's coming in a future one, but I still love having him here. He's really cute, really soft, but I'll get into that in that video. So I think for the rest of the day, because it's already getting towards 4 o'clock, it's just gone 1:45, I'm going to do a thumbnail for tonight's video. I'm probably not going to do anything else. Part of me wants to, but like I say, it's already getting late. I'll have to start dinner in about an hour and a half-ish. So yeah, not a lot of footage today. Hopefully, excuse me. Whew. Hiccups. Hopefully tomorrow will be a bit better. I'm still not back to getting up at 7 just yet, and getting up at 8, which it's one of those, like, part of me wants to get up at 7 and get more done, but at the same time I'm really tired, so I don't want to. So yeah, I think for now I'm gonna stick with 8 o'clock. It's just better for me right now. But I have been working on the second draft, not quite at 3,000 words. I can't remember what word count I ended on. I'll try and remember to take a photo and insert it, maybe. One of the other things I really do want to get back into, though, is uploading to Instagram. I think I've mentioned it before, just I've got 3 different accounts. One's connected to the YouTube channel, one is for writing, and the other is for my plush collections. And I've not been posting on any of them at the moment. I do want to, it's just sort of fitting it all in. So I think what I might do is add it to my to-do list for next week, try and plan it a bit better. We'll just wait and see. But, you know, across social medias, I've never had huge followings, so I'm not that worried about it, because, like, I don't feel like I'm letting anyone down or anything, you know. It would just be another outlet for me to, you know, post photos and stuff. But, yeah, like I said, I'm not that fussed about it. You know, I do find it hard to keep up with multiple social medias. You know, I basically dropped off Facebook. I do have an account there, but I don't really use it. Haven't done for a long time. Twitter, again, I used it for quite a while, like in the beginning, but I didn't really keep up with that. And when there are so many platforms like that, it can just get overwhelming if you're trying to keep up with everything. So you're better off just keeping up with like 1 or 2. So, you know, YouTube is my main one at the moment. I'm hoping to keep it that way. I'm quite enjoying it. Well, more than quite enjoying it, I'm really enjoying it, you know, just hanging out with you guys, sharing stuff with you. So yeah, I'm gonna stop waffling, gonna get to doing the thumbnail, and catch up with you tomorrow. So yes, I did go through all my photos to see if I'd already got something suitable that I could use for a thumbnail. Yeah, I was being lazy, but also I don't tend to name my photos, the files, which I really should do, because it will make it easier for me to find and not have to literally flick through every single one. But I took a new one in the end, and yeah, got that done. And just using the one photo meant it didn't take too long to do.
It is Thursday. I didn't record anything yesterday. It has been a bit of a sluggish week, but you know, is what it is. I think now I'm going to try and work on the next chapter of my book. This one is a new one, just something I wanted to add in, and it's taken me a bit. One of the characters needed a new name, and I spent way too long looking for something suitable, because he's a minor character that's probably not appearing in it apart from in this one chapter. But yeah, I just needed a name that fitted a bit better than the sort of temporary one I had given him, because he did appear briefly. I think I'm just borrowing him from later in the book, and it will be a different character later. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. We'll get there when we get there. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that next, and I will record some of that. I need to do a thumbnail for tonight's Pokemon video, but I actually need to rewatch it because I edited it like weeks ago and I can't remember what's in it. I think I know what I need to do for the thumbnail, but I just want to double check, because obviously I don't want it to be clickbaity unintentionally, you know, need the right stuff in there. So yeah, I'm going to do that as well. Weather's not great today, but could be worse. We had thunder and lightning first thing this morning, so that was fun. Just, you know, weren't quite expecting it. And I think that's pretty much it for today. If I can get some artwork done, I will be doing that. But that's just gonna wait and see. Because I want to try and spend an hour writing, because I spent so long trying to find a name this morning. I didn't do as much as I wanted to. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump into doing that. So this character is a smuggler. I'll talk about him a bit more later on in the vlog. But in the initial first draft, something happens to him. He gets injured. Let me just leave it at that without putting too many spoilers in. However, I wanted another smuggling incident occurring much earlier in the book, and basically it's whether I use the same guy or somebody different. Either option is there for me, because this is just a huge crime syndicate that we're dealing with. Like I say, I'll talk about this a bit more later in the vlog, so I don't want to give too much away just yet. Yeah, so it'll either be the same character or it won't. I just haven't decided. I will let that write itself when I get there.
Oh, yes, and I really was struggling to write this chapter because I didn't have anything particularly planned out for it, and I don't know what it is, but when I'm facing a blank screen, it just I can't do it. But as soon as I switched to the notebook, it just flowed, and that was that. So, you just do what works best for you. If you're ever planning on writing, find your own way. It's the best way to do it.
Okay, it is Friday. Back to work today, so got 20 minutes, half an hour before I need to get ready. The only thing really I'm gonna do today is the thumbnail for the Pokemon video that was gonna go out last night, but I just decided, you know what, let's do it tonight. I was a day late with the vlog anyway. If there's time, I'm gonna start editing Monday's video. Just see how long the thumbnail takes. Hopefully it won't take too long. Just need to take a couple of photos for that and then get it made. So I'm just gonna get into that. It is Sunday and I'm on day 3 of getting up at 7 and it's been going quite well. Bit tired, but you know, that's to be expected because I've not been getting up at 7 for quite a while now. But I've not done any work on my second draft, and the reason being is I've hit kind of a snag, sort of. So basically my protagonist Connor has he's not a good character. He never has been. He sort of works up to it. He's part of a criminal organisation and he's just joined, sort of the start of the book is him joining a bigger organisation, and he's being introduced to this other character. This is the one that I was talking about the other day that I spent way too long trying to name, and he is a smuggler. And originally when I wrote this story, before I made it fantasy, one of the other characters that was sort of tied to the criminal organisation was a horse race. Horse breeder. He bred thoroughbreds, in other words, and raced them. And, you know, the organisation obviously had big input in that. They owned a couple of the horses, sort of through him. And, you know, Connor met him and ends up falling in love with his granddaughter. But all of that has changed, okay? And originally, when I did the first draft and I had him meet this character again, what I had done was to help the sort of criminal element into the horse racing. I had them sort of mapping hippocampus DNA into horse DNA to breed faster horses. And it sounded really good in my head, and I wouldn't have to go into too much detail about how it would all work because it's not a big part of the story. However, trying to figure out how someone smuggles a hippocampus, I have no idea. I really don't know. But the other thing I'm thinking is because I'm not that into horses, you know, don't get me wrong, I love horses, particularly when they come into sort of fantasy stories, like the ones used in Lord of the Rings and, you know, all that stuff. So from that point of view, I love horses, but never been sort of the girly connection to horses that you often come across, like princesses and ponies and that sort of thing. So yeah, that was never part of my thing. But I do love dogs, which I've mentioned certainly in my Create This Book videos. I can't remember if I've mentioned it in any of the vlogs. Yeah, so then what I started thinking yesterday was, well, maybe instead of horse racing, do greyhound racing, or at least dog racing of some description, because this is obviously set on a different world. The dogs won't necessarily be the same. They could be, they don't have to be. And then it got me thinking as to, well, what sort of mythical or cryptid type just dogs are there. There's not a huge amount. I mean, obviously you got your werewolves and things like that. There's Cerberus, and who else can I think of? I think the Beast of Bodmin's a cat. But there's those kinds of wolves and dogs. Then I discovered there's this Aztec one. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name. I will flick it up there because I will butcher it. And then it was like, well, I don't have to use one of those. I can create my own, which is where I ended up. And I did start, I started sketching a giant river otter, because I'm kind of thinking of using that as like the basis. And then I'm going to pick a dog breed, or probably a wild dog, to be the canine element. I'm leaning at the moment towards the Dole, which is the Asian wild dog, I think. I've forgotten. I should know this. I used to know all this. Anyway, again, I'll flick an image up so you can see what those guys look like. I was working on the story using Dole, but I really cannot remember. I haven't touched this story for 8 years, probably. So yeah, I've kind of forgotten it. My research on that one. So yeah, that's what I was doing this morning. I've done editing for the vlog going up tomorrow. I'm about halfway-ish. Yeah, so I've got that to do. But now that I'm getting up earlier, and I think I'm past my sort of tiredness, exhaustion that I was going through, bit of burnout, I suppose, in a way. Just, yeah, it would have been burnout, because, you know, doing a full day at work, a full week at work, at normal work, and then coming back trying to do this but not having the energy, did kind of get to me. You know, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy my job to a point. You know, I love my regulars. You know, you get to chat with them, get to know them. I've got a few sort of older people who will actually spend like half an hour talking to me if it's not busy, which is quite nice. And I don't mind, because, you know, I've done the care work and I know they get lonely, and I'm more than happy to do that. But there are elements that I don't enjoy, and, you know, I think I mentioned it before, I've been doing retail for a very long time, and it does get tedious and repetitive, no matter which company you work for. That's by the by. But now I'm back down to 2 days a week. Oh, and that's the other thing, they are cutting my hours. Not this coming week, the week after. I'm losing 2 hours a week, which obviously is going to add up. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. My main plan really is to stick it out, because, I mean, the boss is hoping that come summertime she'll be able to put everyone's hours back to normal. Just obviously during the winter it can sort of be a lot quieter, especially when the weather's rubbish. You know, we'll just completely end up with nobody in. But obviously with summer, and you got all the tourists and everything, because we are sort of a touristy place, it does pick up, which is nice. So yeah, my plan, I should say, is to ride it out, because I think either way I'd rather be made redundant than quit at this point. There's not a lot of jobs locally anyway. Even in the summer there's not a huge amount. So yeah, I know that from switching jobs in the first place. So yeah, definitely ride it out. With any luck, or whatever you want to call it, I may be able to start doing YouTube. I am doing it full time, but actually earning from it. That would be really nice. It'd just help with that. And obviously the book will be coming. I'm really hoping to get it to the next stage by the end of the year. just with these delays in my world building, I'll set it back a bit, but hopefully I'm getting focused on that and getting things organised. As for today, the first thing I want to do, whilst I think about it, is I think I've worked out an idea where to put my weekly planner. I might have to cobble something together to actually get got fluff or something tickling my nose. Because I think it's slightly bigger than A4, so I'll test that out in a minute. Obviously finish editing tomorrow's video as much as possible. And I also want to clear the messy desk finally, because what I'm going to do is I've got some squishies that belong to my nieces and nephews. There's a couple of these are mine. I got some just to practice on, and yeah, I think I want to finish their makeovers, because then I can get them to them and get them out of my way, and get the paint put away, just because it's just there and annoying. So yeah, I want to get that done, so I need to clear the messy desk for that, and what was the thing, there was something I really wanted to do this week. Sculpting, that was it. I really want to get back to sculpting, because I haven't sculpted anything for ages and I love doing it. And I'm also hopefully going to finish taking apart the he's down there, Build-A-Bear, because I really want to get that character made. So those are the two main goals for this week, and things for today going forward. So I'm going to stop waffling and get on into today.
Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I want to visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I want to visit. Are you alive? Flashing red lights, driving at night, windowless ride, feeling alive, nothing in sight, forever in flight, follow those lines, we'll make it this time, blurry street lights, work as a guide to memories that we're making tonight, oh yeah, we'll make it tonight, yeah. I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do, I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove, no end in sight, just always staying on the move, I'll go all night, if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford, memories are in what you explore, so just don't be ignored, go ask for more, go ask for more. Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute, going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute, going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? I'm in a race that everybody's chasing fast. They wanna be that someone on the screen at last. They ain't looking inside for their needs in life. They wanna be liked by everybody in sight. But trust me, being free ain't spotlights. No, it's long nights and it's long fights with yourself all the time to get your mind right. But if you put in the work, you can find the light, alright. I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford, memories are in what you explore, so just don't be ignored, go ask for more, go ask
So we're just about done for today. As you saw, I've got the desk sorted. Ideally at some point I want to get something to go along the back. Probably, I think the best thing is going to be like monitor stands. Who was it who got one recently? I think it was, might have been Bailey J, might have been Froggy Crossing, could have been both of them. Where they've got the little, there's a shelf on top and underneath, sort of in the middle. And I think that would be ideal for sort of storing things like all the projects I've got in progress could go along the top. Things like paint, brain's gone dead, paint palettes. Oh, it has been one of those days and I don't know why. Anyway, paint palettes and things like that. Just tuck things out the way, maybe have the paintbrushes on top of the shelf as well, just kind of see. But yeah, I'll have to do some measuring and stuff like that. And I do still want to get a light first. Obviously I had to delay that with needing to replace my phone. One of those, what can you do? Hopefully nothing needs replacing this month and I can actually get the light. The other thing I just wanted to talk about quickly is I just watched a video, I say just, it was a couple of hours ago, where it said that niching down isn't necessarily a good thing, especially when, like with me, I enjoy doing lots of different things, and you know, that's so right. And I think that's why I've had so much issue trying to find my niche and with my channel title name, and I think the Creative Nook just fits it so much better, because I do love doing all these different things, you know, the pyrography, the not so much the squishy makeovers. I'm sorry, I haven't had, my patience isn't that great. I might change my mind when I do these guys, because I've actually had an idea for one of mine that I've been stuck on, but we'll get there when we get there. You know, I love writing. Writing has always been my biggest passion, but you know, I love drawing as well, and just all of it. And obviously Pokemon and Disney. Stitch is kind of being obscured over there. I want to get a couple of smaller Stitch plushies, because yeah, he's underrepresented at the moment. I mean, I've said I've got 4 Build-A-Bear ones downstairs, and I will do that Build-A-Bear video at some point. It's the logistics of it, how I'm gonna do it, when I'm gonna do it. But yeah, I think the fact that I'm doing the more vlog style video is definitely better, and then just doing the sort of the Pokemon videos and then the art videos, I think that's going to be the best thing for me personally, because it's the stuff I'm passionate about, stuff I enjoy, stuff I love, and just focusing on one of those just doesn't work for me. I try. I have tried it, tried doing just bears, trying just doing bits and pieces, and yeah, it's not worked, and now I kind of know why. Not just from that video, but I've known for a long time I love doing multiple things. Sometimes that means projects don't get completed or they take longer than they maybe should do, but does it matter? I'm having fun, and that is the main thing. And I think that's important for everyone. Just be you. Don't let anyone try and put you in a box, especially if it's not a square box. I definitely don't fit in a square box. And actually, someone in the comments said that diamonds are multifaceted, and so are artists. And I think, again, so true. So that's just where we're going to go. Whether or not I actually do this main channel I've talked about before, certainly I'll be making the characters that I intended to use. That may just be as far as I go. I don't know. We shall see. But that is going to be it for this one, guys, and I will catch you next time.